Good morning. Back here with Beth, who heads our sales progressions department, talking about the importance of picking an agent that has a sales progression department. So, over to you.
It is absolutely imperative to have a good sales progression department in an agency. When it comes to getting those listings on the market, it is cutthroat. We all fight against each other. Zoe, I think you'll probably agree.
Absolutely, yeah.
Can be very difficult. However, the relationship then changes totally when it comes to sales progression with agents. We rely on each agent throughout the chain to keep a close eye on that particular part of the chain. Sadly, if you've got a chain of 15, I don't, as your sales progressor, have the opportunity to chase all the way down that chain. Also, you will find that I can only speak to my vendor solicitor and my buyer's solicitor. This is why it is then imperative that your agent below and your agent above keep their eye on that part of the chain
and doing their due diligence for the vendors.
Indeed. One thing that drives me absolutely insane is incorrect chain details.
Yeah.
So to be told that you've got at the bottom of the chain somebody who's got nothing to sell, don't need a mortgage, to then find that chain goes on for another 3 people when we're getting close to exchange on ours at the top is extremely frustrating. So it is absolutely imperative that each agent, sales progressor, keeps a close eye on that part of the chain.
Yeah.
It can be something as simple as, when it comes to the day of exchange, somebody in that chain, the solicitor needs the authority to exchange. So it's all it is a phone call from the client to say, yeah, let's do it, I'm happy, let's go. But sometimes a solicitor can't get hold of them.
Yeah.
You speak to the agent and you say, can you just quickly speak to your client, ask them to contact their solicitor, and bam, it's done, exchange.
It's sorted.
And we're
yeah,
done.
Exactly. And the other key for me, I suppose, is that where you haven't got that crutch of people helping, for you, if something comes up in survey, timber and damp issues, roof issues, you're on it.
Yeah.
We've got contractors at our fingertips. Your agent should, your sales progression team should be able to go through the survey, pick up those points, assist you in every which way.
A purchaser isn't used to all of the jargon that's in a survey, so to a purchaser it can look as though it's awful, horrendous, but as an agent, because we're used to seeing those surveys on a daily basis, you can pick apart what's really important and what really is something for them to be mindful of in the future, but it's not something that kind of needs to be done straight away.
No, that's it. Maybe not major. If they've had a home buyers, then yes, there could be severe issues, minor issues, but it's just the ability to sort of give us a phone call and we can go through that. And that's what we're there for, really.
And it also allows for, it could be, if it was buyer and seller talking to each other, you may not want to have that difficult conversation with them, whereas I can be the go-between in between the two. So if a buyer wants, for a reduction, for instance, as long as we've got a copy of a survey and it's warranted, we can then discuss that with our vendor and try and come to some kind of happy medium.
Yeah, and another very important point between buyers and sellers, never swap numbers. Because when the issues come up on survey, that becomes a real problem.
Yeah.
So although it's tempting, always use your sales progression department to do the go-between.
To do the hard discussions. I'd never want any of my vendors to feel that they are being pressured by buyer to do what they want. So I think it is sort of really key to have that go-between.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I think that's all we need to say at this moment in time. But just be mindful, whoever you use, just use an agent, preferably us, but that has a progression department. Thank you.
Thanks.